Here's something your doctor probably hasn't told you. Right now, as you're watching this, half of all people over 60 are quietly losing their strength, not from lack of exercise, not from aging alone, but from something called sarcopenia, the silent muscle thief. But here's where it gets interesting. A leaked nutritional report has just revealed 10 specific foods that can actually reverse this process. And the number one food? It starts working in as little as 72 hours. I'm talking about real, measurable results. Food number one alone has been shown to boost muscle protein synthesis by 40%. That's not a supplement, not a drug, just food. The average person loses 3 to 5% of their muscle mass per decade after 30. By 80, you could lose up to 50% of your muscle strength. But what if you could stop that? Better yet, what if you could reverse it? Stay with me for the next few minutes because I'm about to reveal all 10 foods backed by peer-reviewed research that can help you rebuild what time has taken away. Let me start by explaining what we're actually dealing with. Sarcopenia isn't just about looking weaker, it's about your independence, your quality of life, and frankly, your survival. When you lose muscle mass, you lose the ability to catch yourself when you fall. You lose the strength to get up from a chair without help. You lose your metabolic engine that keeps your blood sugar stable and your bones strong. But here's the good news. Your muscles never stop responding to the right signals. And the most powerful signal? The nutrients you put in your body. Let's talk about these 10 foods, starting with the absolute powerhouse. Food number 1, Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt sits at number 1 for a very specific reason. It contains the highest concentration of leucine per serving of any common food. Leucine is the master key that unlocks muscle protein synthesis. Think of it as the ignition switch for muscle building. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that 2.5 grams of leucine per meal maximally stimulates muscle protein synthesis in older adults. 1 cup of Greek yogurt delivers about 2 grams of leucine plus 20 grams of complete protein. But here's what makes it truly special. It also contains whey and casein proteins. Whey works fast, flooding your bloodstream with amino acids within 30 minutes. Casein works slowly, feeding your muscles for up to 7 hours. This dual action approach means you get immediate muscle building signals plus sustained muscle protection throughout the day. The 72-hour effect I mentioned? A study from McMaster University showed that when older adults consumed high leucine dairy protein 3 times daily, they showed measurable improvements in muscle protein synthesis rates within just 3 days. Pro tip: choose plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. The fat helps with nutrient absorption and keeps you satisfied. Add your own berries for antioxidants that fight muscle inflammation. Food number 2, wild-caught salmon. Salmon brings something to the table that Greek yogurt can't: omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. Here's what most people don't know. Sarcopenia isn't just about lack of protein. It's also driven by chronic low-grade inflammation that interferes with muscle-building signals. It's like trying to build a house while someone keeps setting small fires. Omega-3s from salmon act as powerful anti-inflammatory agents. A 2015 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that omega-3 supplementation increased muscle protein synthesis rates in older adults by 30%. But salmon isn't just about omega-3s. A 4-ounce serving provides 25 grams of complete protein plus vitamin D, which is crucial because vitamin D receptors exist on your muscle cells. Low vitamin D is directly linked to muscle weakness and increased fall risk. Research from the University of Washington showed that older adults who consumed fatty fish twice weekly had 24% better grip strength compared to those who didn't. Wild caught is important here. Farm-raised salmon can have up to 50% less omega-3s and higher levels of inflammatory omega-6 fatty acids. You want the real deal. Food number 3, eggs. Eggs are the gold standard protein, Literally. Scientists measure all other proteins against the egg because it contains every essential amino acid in perfect ratios. But here's the critical mistake people make. They throw away the yolk. Big mistake. The yolk contains half the protein, but more importantly, it contains nutrients that help you actually use that protein. We're talking about vitamin D, zinc, selenium, and B vitamins, all critical for muscle synthesis. A groundbreaking 2017 study from the University of Illinois compared muscle protein synthesis between men who ate whole eggs versus egg whites after resistance training. The whole egg group showed 40% greater muscle building response, same protein amount, dramatically different results. Why? Because muscle building isn't just about protein, it's about all the cofactors that help your body use that protein. The yolk provides them. 3 whole eggs give you 18 grams of protein, 270 milligrams of leucine, plus the supporting nutrients your muscles actually need. And no, the cholesterol isn't a problem. Recent research has completely debunked the dietary cholesterol myth for most people. Food number 4, lean beef. Beef gets a bad reputation, but when it comes to fighting sarcopenia, it's irreplaceable. Here's why. Beef provides nutrients you simply cannot get in adequate amounts from plants. I'm talking about heme iron, zinc, vitamin B12, and creatine. Creatine deserves special attention. While it's famous among bodybuilders, it's equally important for older adults. Creatine helps your muscle cells produce energy, especially during quick movements like catching yourself from a fall. A 2020 meta-analysis published in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that creatine supplementation combined with resistance training increased lean muscle mass by an average of 10% of 3.2 pounds in older adults over 12 weeks. You can supplement creatine, but beef gives you 0.5 grams per serving naturally, plus all those other muscle-supporting nutrients. The iron in beef is particularly important because iron carries oxygen to your muscles. Without adequate iron, your muscles fatigue quickly, making exercise difficult, creating a vicious cycle. A 4-ounce serving of lean beef provides 26 grams of protein, high levels of leucine, plus zinc, which is essential for testosterone production. Yes, even in women, testosterone is critical for maintaining muscle mass. Choose grass-fed when possible. It has higher omega-3 content and better nutrient density overall. Food number 5, cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is the secret weapon for overnight muscle protection. Most people focus on protein during the day, but what about the 8 hours you're sleeping? That's a long time without nutrients, and your muscles are still breaking down. Cottage cheese is 80% casein protein, the slow-digesting protein I mentioned earlier. Eating it before bed provides a steady stream of amino acids throughout the night. A 2012 study from Maastricht University showed that consuming casein protein before sleep increased overnight muscle protein synthesis rates by 22% compared to a placebo. 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese delivers 28 grams of protein and keeps feeding your muscles for up to 7 hours. But here's the bonus. Cottage cheese is also rich in calcium and phosphorus, both essential for muscle contraction. Your muscles can't contract properly without adequate calcium, regardless of how much protein you eat. Food number 6, quinoa. For those who want plant-based options, quinoa stands out as the only grain that's a complete protein. Most plant proteins are incomplete. They're missing 1 or more essential amino acids, but quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids in significant amounts. 1 cup of cooked quinoa provides 8 grams of complete protein, plus something unexpected. It's rich in magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including muscle protein synthesis. Low magnesium levels are associated with reduced muscle strength and increased inflammation. A 2014 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that higher magnesium intake was associated with better muscle mass and strength in older adults. Quinoa also provides lysine, an amino acid that's typically low in grains. Lysine is essential for calcium absorption and collagen formation, both critical for the connective tissues that support your muscles. Pair quinoa with one of the animal proteins we discussed for a complete muscle-building meal. The combination of plant and animal proteins often shows synergistic effects. Food number 7. Almonds. Almonds might seem like an odd choice, but they provide nutrients that protect your existing muscle mass. Exercise creates oxidative stress. It's part of how muscles adapt. But excessive oxidative stress, common in older adults due to reduced antioxidant defenses, can accelerate muscle breakdown. Almonds are packed with vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects muscle cell membranes from oxidative damage. A 2018 study found that vitamin E supplementation reduced markers of muscle damage and improved recovery in older adults. 1 ounce of almonds, about 23 almonds, provides 7.3 milligrams of vitamin E, half your daily needs, plus 6 grams of protein, magnesium, and healthy fats that help absorb fat-soluble vitamins. The combination of protein, healthy fats, and antioxidants makes almonds an ideal snack between meals to prevent muscle breakdown. Food number 8. Spinach. Popeye was onto something, but not for the reasons we thought. Spinach is rich in nitrates, not the scary kind in processed meats, but natural nitrates that convert to nitric oxide in your body. Nitric oxide dilates blood vessels, improving blood flow to muscles. Better blood flow means more nutrients and oxygen delivery, which means better muscle function and recovery. A 2021 study from Edith Cowan University found that people who consumed nitrate-rich vegetables like spinach had 11% stronger lower limb strength compared to those who didn't. Spinach also provides iron, folate, and vitamin K, all important for muscle health. Vitamin K in particular is emerging as a key nutrient for muscle function. 3 cups of raw spinach or 1 cup cooked daily can provide these benefits. Eat it with a source of fat to improve absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Food number 9. Whey protein. Technically not a whole food, but whey protein deserves inclusion because it's simply the most effective protein for stimulating muscle growth. Whey is absorbed faster than any other protein source, flooding your bloodstream with amino acids within 20 to 30 minutes. It has the highest leucine content per gram of any protein. Countless studies show whey protein's superiority for muscle protein synthesis. A 2019 meta-analysis found that whey protein supplementation combined with resistance training increased lean body mass by an average of 2.2 pounds more than resistance training alone. The ideal time? Immediately after exercise when your muscles are primed to absorb nutrients. But even on non-exercise days, whey protein provides a convenient, high-quality protein source. 1 scoop typically provides 20 to 25 grams of protein with 2 to 3 grams of leucine, enough to maximally stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Choose a high-quality isolate or concentrate with minimal additives. Food number 10. Sweet potatoes. The final food might surprise you. It's not a protein at all. Sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrates that are essential for muscle recovery and growth. Here's what happens. When you move, you burn glycogen stored in your muscles. If you don't replenish it, your body breaks down muscle protein for energy instead, exactly what we're trying to prevent. Carbohydrates also trigger insulin release, and insulin is anabolic. It promotes muscle building and prevents muscle breakdown. Older adults often have reduced insulin sensitivity, making adequate carbohydrate intake even more important. Sweet potatoes provide vitamin A, vitamin C, potassium, and fiber. Vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis, which forms the connective tissue framework of your muscles. 1 medium sweet potato provides 24 grams of carbohydrates, plus those supporting nutrients. Pair it with a protein source for optimal muscle building. Let's recap these 10 powerful foods. Greek yogurt for leucine and dual-action protein, wild salmon for omega-3s and anti-inflammatory benefits, eggs for complete amino acids and supporting nutrients, lean beef for creatine, iron, and bioavailable nutrients, cottage cheese for overnight muscle protection, quinoa for plant-based complete protein, almonds for antioxidant protection, spinach for improved blood flow and strength, whey protein for maximal muscle building signals, and sweet potatoes for muscle fuel and recovery. Here's how to put this into practice. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at each meal. That might be Greek yogurt and berries at breakfast, salmon with spinach and sweet potato at lunch, and eggs with vegetables at dinner. Snack on almonds or cottage cheese between meals. But remember, food is only half the equation. These nutrients need a reason to build muscle. That means resistance training at least twice weekly. It doesn't have to be heavy weights. Body weight exercises, resistance bands, or light dumbbells all work. Before making major dietary changes, especially if you have health conditions or take medications, consult with your healthcare provider. If you found this valuable, subscribe to this channel for more evidence-based nutrition information. Drop a comment telling me which of these 10 foods you're going to start with. Sarcopenia is not inevitable. You have more control than you think. These 10 foods, combined with movement, can help you maintain strength, independence, and quality of life for decades to come. Your muscles are waiting for the right signals. Now you know exactly what to feed them.